Welcome back to the Marathon Mortgage Happy Hour. I am Mike Witzak.
I'm Rory Farrell.
And this is...
John Petty.
Hey.
HomeStarr.
So John is with HomeStarr Realty. We're, an in-house lender over at HomeStarr, and we've been there for quite some time now. And John, had reached out to me, wanted to make some content together. We made some content. I was like, why don't you come on the podcast and drink a beer with us as long as you're cool with that? So
Thanks for the invite.
yeah, absolutely. So Rory...
He came correct with the outfit. The fit is looking good.
Yeah, he did.
I feel overdressed.
No, don't.
You're just making us look bad.
Yeah, you're just making us look bad. Seriously.
Your expectation of how serious this podcast was way overblown.
Yeah, no. You said you were out and about before this, right? You were running around.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
Busy
For
day. Good.
business, I was at the corporate office working on one of my clients' deals. He just went under contract, so making sure he was squared away.
Nice.
Good.
Good
Awesome.
for you.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We feel better that you didn't wear the suit for us.
I mean, I would wear it for you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Sean. That's what it makes me feel good. So as usual, Rory picked the beer up. I don't do this. So what do we got
It's
today?
more my section. You'll get the hang of it.
Okay.
And he told me you're a bit of a beer guy too.
So I happen to partake. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I like beer. I actually like spirits even more.
Okay.
So.
Maybe we'll do a spirit episode next time you're on.
What's spirit?
Oh no.
No, dude, I don't know.
Liquor. Spirits.
Oh. Okay, guy. Yeah. Tough scene.
Maybe me and you'll just.
We'll introduce you slowly.
Yeah, yes,
We'll
please.
start with bourbon and scotch. How about that?
I love it. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, cool. So, a new brewery in town, Mount
Yep.
Airy, about maybe 10, 12 minutes from our location here in Erdenheim. It used to be Earth Bread and Brewery, one of my favorites in the area. It was kind of like a cornerstone of Mount Airy for a long, long time. They had a great reputation in the community, great wood-fired pizza. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but they're no longer in business, and Tosca took it over. So they just opened up like a couple weeks ago. I popped over there just to grab some lunch to go and picked up a 4-pack. The guys over there were awesome. They just like, bartender was super friendly, introduced himself. I was sitting at the bar by myself waiting for the food, chatting me up the whole time. And I don't know what this guy's official title is. I don't know if it was executive chef or GM, but he definitely wore a lot of hats there, and he was super awesome too. So just a good vibe over there. The beers are good, especially for a brewery that has just opened. I often find that it takes a little bit of time to figure out the process and kind of fine tune recipes and the new system. But a couple that I tried, all very good. So
Nice.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Happy to have you. We're gonna pop over there for lunch at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're gonna try this Philly Sunshine, which is a blonde ale.
Let's do it.
So blondes are light lagers, light pilsners, but they're an ale. So just a nice sipping sunshiny beer here. There you go, John.
Thank you, sir.
And for this unseasonably
Thank you,
warm
sir.
weather here in early October, this is, I think, a perfect beer.
Right?
Maybe a nod to it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Who
Smells
knows?
beautiful too.
But again, Tosca, restaurant and brewery. Stop by for food and beer. Cheers.
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 Thank you for coming, John.
Yeah, thank you.
5%. And let's see what they say about it.
Oh.
Crisp and refreshing, modest herbal and fruity notes,
Fruity.
Cascade and Chinook hops, and German malt. So, yeah, pretty traditional, blonde or light ale.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
They just opened?
Mike?
I'd buy a 4-pack.
All right, that's the segment that we just inadvertently throw in, because I'd say about 7 times out of 10 he's like, that's good. I don't know if I'd buy a 4-pack, but I've been hitting the past couple of weeks.
You have been. You know my style now. You got me down.
Definitely with the wood-fired pizza.
Yeah, it'd be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they this is the only one that they had in cans, but they probably had 10 drafts. So
Nice.
Okay.
stouts. I think they had a Marzen, which is an Oktoberfest style. Couple of light lagers and blondes, and then obviously a couple hazy IPAs, which every brewery has one now. So,
And you said they're from Albania, right?
from what I understand, the 3 brothers are owners, and they're from Albania.
Shout out Julietta. Shout out Albania. My girlfriend's from Albania.
Okay,
So there you go.
So yeah, we'll pop in there, maybe catch them or catch the executive chef. He was really dialed in, knew like everything about the company, everything about them, and I think he's like helping them open up a couple different restaurants.
Awesome.
How about that?
So thanks for the beer.
Yeah,
Great.
Thank you.
So we got the beer now. So John, how'd you get into real estate? Kind of talk about yourself a little bit, man. Where'd you?
So I've got a 6 and an 8-year-old. It was really difficult to travel. I was a regional for a multi-billion-dollar international company. I had everything from North Carolina up through New York. So, 60 to 80% travel, and I was gone, right? So
Sure.
my kids are in soccer, they're in dance, and
Yeah.
they'd call and they'd say, "Oh, we miss you, and are you going to come to my game?" And
Pulling on the heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do so much of that, and then I decided to do something in a local area so I could go home every night.
Yeah.
And real estate fit the bill because it's something I had always aspired to do myself. Right, I have a real estate portfolio, be able to transition that to them at some point in time. So it made sense. And some of the best wins that I had as a regional were watching my team buy their houses.
Oh, cool.
Helping them, to hit those goals, right? Because we would always set, what's your 2020, what's your 2021, what's your 2022 goal? And almost every single year, somebody would say, I want to buy a house, or I want to buy a car, or I want, those big
cool.
milestone purchases. And I enjoyed that almost as much as I did seeing them win and hit their numbers and go to like winner's circle. And so I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to be able to do that every single day?
Yeah.
And it's an enjoyable part, right? To be part of somebody's biggest purchase they ever make in their life, and how to help them get that dream home. Right?
Yeah.
I remember what that meant for me, being able to get into a house that I could raise my kids in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's a really cool part of what I do now, and I love it. I wake up on Monday morning, I'm like, let's go to work. Right?
Awesome.
People can say that. They're usually Sunday night thinking
The
oh
Sunday
my God,
scaries.
I gotta work, right?
Yeah.
So, but I love it.
That's awesome. That's huge.
That must have been especially having kids,
Yeah.
responsibilities, financial responsibilities. It must have been a big kind of decision to make, to be like, I'm done with this very successful thing that I have going on, and this very like assured thing where I know I'm going to get a paycheck every week.
Yeah, well, I happen to, I have a really wonderful wife who also works in corporate America.
Sounds like something I know, right?
So-
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, so thanks for the support. I certainly appreciate it, but it made that decision a little bit easier because then I got to pursue something I was happy with,
Yeah.
as well as be able to help on the home front a little bit more. So it's
I'm sure she's happy about that part too.
Yeah.
Being on the home front a little bit more.
She doesn't have to, play taxi all the time. But
Yeah.
I mean, she's amazing at her job, and quite honestly, I always felt I was a decent manager. She's 10 times the manager I ever was. So, she's her company's very lucky to have her. So
Awesome.
We call it, in my house, we call that the B-dubs, the breadwinner.
Yeah. The bread.
Started
The
out as a joke when
B-dubs.
Kelly and I first started dating, and it's stuck since then. So
Yeah. You were catching up for a while. You
yeah,
were
shout
getting
out to
there,
all the strong ladies out there. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, that's awesome.
I have 2 daughters, so I want them to be equally as strong.
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. So, and then I guess making that jump, it was easier, having the wife and everything there. And now, do you find it like, how do you schedule your real estate career pretty much? Because
Yeah,
it's, I feel like it's a career that not many people schedule, and they kind of do what they want to do. And that causes a lot of realtors to not do as much business. But I feel like coming from this background that you work this 9 to 5 constantly, like you have a very rigorous schedule.
Yeah, wonderful question, because I think you have to look at this like it's your own entrepreneurship. Right? Your own
You're
business,
self-employed, your own
right?
business.
And if you're not disciplined, if you can't do it, then it just doesn't work, because there's so much autonomy. There's so many, things that you can do instead of going to the office, or instead of getting dressed and going to work.
Yeah.
And you can, extend those leisures as long as you want, because nobody's breathing down your neck or going, hey, punch into this clock, or nobody's watching you and doing the micromanagement thing. So I agree with you. It was years worth of leadership and sales and direction, of learning best practices, learning how to manage your time, learning how to be efficient with things, how to batch things and not get distracted by the little things. And every time that email or the phone goes off, it sends you in a different direction for a couple hours, just staying on task. It's been wonderful, the transition for me personally, because I was able to leverage all of those years worth of experience. It's also helped make me a little bit expedited on the learning curve, right? To where, I've had houses. This is my 4th house now. I built a house in Ohio. This is, what we considered the forever home, which was literally considered, something we could live in forever and be happy. It's turning out to be the 6-year home, and we're already thinking about what the next move is, right? So you learn a lot, right? You learn how to fix things. You learn, what you are good and not good at. I am terrible at drywall, even though I'm trying to do it as we speak, right? Remodeling.
Some things should just be left to the professionals.
Yes, but you learn those things, and then it can impart that wisdom into potential buyers.
Yeah.
It helps them through that journey, right? And there's things that maybe they're wanted that bigger house because they've got their second kid, right? Maybe they got a boy on the way. You want to, get that bigger backyard, right?
Yeah.
So I get it, right? And I think it's really transitioned well.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
That's awesome. That's huge.
And I think having just a general sales background is very helpful, because it doesn't really matter what you sell, quote unquote, but just having the strategies of like asking for the business and taking
Following
those
up.
steps, following up, communicating,
Yes.
making appointments and sticking to them and things like that. Like I came from a customer service, bar, restaurant industry my whole life, like from the time that I was 14. And then that kind of transitioned into, like, right before I moved back this way, into a sales position. And I feel like those two things really set me up well for what we do in our industry now. Even though it was completely unrelated as far as like the product was concerned.
Yeah.
Those just kind of the styles of working is very much
Yeah,
lends itself to being successful in this.
I agree 100% to be able to take your previous experiences and that interpersonal communication skill set and apply it to what we all do now. I mean, shoot, this is
Oh, I read about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
so that's fun.
Whoa, look at that.
Well, now you guys all know that it is not Friday.
Hit
It
your
is
shut
Wednesday.
off button.
It definitely works.
There you go. Yeah,
How
Jesus.
about that? Nothing like right in the middle of your podcast, right?
Yeah, no biggie.
But yeah, so I did find this is actually easier, to be perfectly honest, because now you're having a real conversation with somebody who wants to do something genuine for themselves or their family, right, or that generational wealth, or
Yep.
the investment in equity, versus a company who is not attached to the product, right?
Sure.
Maybe they're attached to the bottom line or the profitability, or maybe retention of staff, right? Something that's on the surface level, but here you're talking about something that's genuine to somebody. It's something that they're motivated for. They really, truly want that dream home, right? These
Yep.
are great conversations to
Yeah.
be able to have. These are, your hopes and dreams and wishes, and that's exciting, right? So this is a better conversation, and I would present to like the C-suite, or, we present to like Jefferson or NYU and things like that. And I don't have to do that now. This is
Yeah.
such a better conversation.
You're
Not that
direct
those
to
conversations were.
Yeah.
This is such a better conversation because you're helping that person. And as long as you have that communication, and as long as they understand you genuinely mean to help them,
Yeah.
right? And it's not about the bottom line. Sure, there's, commissions and things in any job, right? You've got
Yep.
something, some skin in the game, but it's really for their betterment, and it's awesome, right? So it doesn't matter to me whether it's one appointment or 100 appointments. Like, if it's what you want, let's go get that.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to be happiest with that, and then you're more apt to refer again or use that again or tell your friends, right? Because if we do something that you don't like, oh my gosh, you tell everybody,
Yeah.
right? So it's a genuine approach, and
Yeah.
it's so much more enjoyable.
Awesome. Yeah, you have that connection. That's huge. Nice. Very nice. You want to get into the wins? Or
Yeah, one more
anything
thing I was
else?
going to add
Yeah.
is just with any product, you know, even if you're super passionate about that product that you're selling, it's not a person. Like you don't have,
It's still
being
a
able to
thing.
work with that person, I think, is the thing that draws us to this industry. Is like
Yeah.
you have that people connection,
You have the connection. That's that's the biggest thing.
and like you said, kind of with your goals for your previous employees. Being able to watch them achieve a goal of, hey, I hit my numbers or whatever, that's fine. But it's like the thing that you're selling them is, even if it's the tangible house, it's not the house, it's the memories that they're going to create, or the school district that they're going to be able to get their kids into to better the next generation in the education, or whatever the case is. It's all those intangible things that
Yeah.
are the cool part of real estate and mortgages
Yeah.
versus a lot of other industries that
Yeah.
people draw experience from.
I agree. I mean, we had 900 products, right? 900 products. And half of the staff probably didn't even know half of the products that we had.
Yeah.
But, I mean, think about this. It's one product now, and it's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter what I find aesthetically pleasing, right? Do I like the farmhouse style, or the black windows, or the, granite countertop? It doesn't matter, right? It's what they like, what they want.
Yep.
It's their budget. It's totally where they see themselves living, and it's about them, which is really awesome. It makes my job easy because all I have to do is listen to them tell me what they
Yeah,
really
right.
want, which
Yeah.
is the coolest part.
Seems simple, but
yeah.
not
Yeah.
everyone
Well,
does that.
As long as they tell you what they really want.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. So that was awesome. Thanks for
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on and telling us about yourself and running through all that stuff. It's very insightful, I think, for other people too that want to make that jump.
Yeah.
If they hear this and they realize like, hey, this is John's doing it, I can do it. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything that somebody else can't do. I mean, you just have to stay diligent, right?
Yeah.
You've got to be good with your follow up. You've got to answer the phone. You have to do your drip marketing campaigns and things like that. But I mean, it's good.
nice.
I mean, we say it all the time in our industry. It's not hard to do what we do. It's not hard to take the test and get licensed and study and do that. But to be a good loan officer, you have to have what you're talking about. Is you have to care. You have to be able to be organized, things like that.
You have to be a good person.
You have to be a good person. You have
to be
a good loan. I mean, anyone
Yeah.
can be a loan officer, and we see them all the time. And
Yeah.
But yeah, to be successful and to have a long career in referral business and repeat business, it's you have to have that thing that you can't teach.
Yeah.
So.
All right. You want to get into the wins?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start. I have a super general one. Just had a very, very slow month last month. Just as you do in this industry, it's highs and lows, and you got to ride the lows out and expect the highs. And it was just a bummer of a month last month. And this month just started off so much better and just got some positive energy going and some momentum. So
Solid.
that's it. Just kind of over a general one and just feeling much better about everything this month.
Yeah.
And we're only a couple days in. So
Yeah.
That's excellent.
had a really good weekend last weekend to start. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Huge. John, you got anything?
Well, I mean, I think we have to start out with the Phillies winning last night.
Yes.
There you go.
The wild card series, so that's amazing. And then I already talked about my client getting under contract, so congrats, Marty, on your purchase here coming up. I'm excited for you and
Yeah.
fiance, and but if I also have to talk about my kids. So we just had our little soccer game, and my youngest, her name is Tegan, so she has been coming with it, man. She had 5 goals on Saturday, and she had 3 goals on Wednesday. So kudos to her.
That's awesome. And she's
killing it
7,
right now.
you said.
She's my 7-year-old. And she's trying to keep up with her older sister.
That helps for sure.
Yeah, man, those two keep me busy. So.
That's huge.
Yeah, that was a
Awesome.
Good
Congrats.
win for me.
Congrats,
Yeah.
Tegan.
Yeah.
Congrats. Yeah. What are my wins? I think my wins would be that, I mean, we'll see how this pans out, but this week's also going to be a very good start to my month. I possibly have a couple of things coming in that were kind of out of the blue that I've, worked on a pre-qualification months ago, and I'm hearing back from them now, and they're like, hey, we got offers accepted. We'll be sending them over to you. So it's super exciting, and I just want to get them in. And then, that's what I want to touch on.
Oh, guys, this guy
First-
did multiple wins.
No.
Quit bragging.
No, don't talk to me about that. Yeah, first rugby match Saturday. Played in my first rugby match. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So got in, played like 20 minutes, felt awesome. Now I'm addicted. So
You don't have any
That's
broken
awesome.
bones or?
nothing good. It hurt a little bit, but that's about it. So it's worked out.
That's a young
But-
man's game. I don't know how old you are, but
It's old enough to not play rugby.
yeah, exactly. I don't think we're built for it.
But no, yeah, that was my first game, and I was very excited to do it. And I'm glad I did it. So
Cool.
yeah,
Little extra correct.
yeah.
So, all right, cool. Anything you want to
Awesome.
add? Any socials? You guys were just filming content. Anything you want to kind of promote?
Yeah, I mean,
Even if it's coming out in a couple weeks or whatever.
Shout it all out.
certainly you can catch me on LinkedIn. You can catch me at Instagram. It's John Petty Real Estate.
Cool.
So pretty easy there.
It's right here
So
on the screen.
yeah.
Put it all right there.
Magic
I'm
of
not
editing.
gonna say I'm working on that hashtag PA Property Fox, but I am. So there's a shameless plug. So
We'll throw it in the.
We'll throw it in. Absolutely.
appreciate it. So, but yeah.
Nice. And all the links to his socials is going to be in the description here. So just pop in the description. You can go right to his TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. So
Call me anytime.
you
Obviously, I want to make sure that we take good care of you.
awesome. So,
Not during the soccer games. Don't bother.
yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'll
Just don't let
stop
Tegan catch you.
He'll read your text message. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, no, great. Well, thanks so much for coming on
Thanks for
again,
coming.
John.
It was
yeah.
awesome. It's always nice to have guests and
Yeah.
have someone
to know
between me and him.
Yeah. So, yeah. Don't. Okay. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Happy Friday. Hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Get those houses under contract
Yeah.
and give us a call on Monday.
Yeah. Sounds good. Talk to
Cheers,
you.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.